Hello guys, so today I'm gonna go ahead and share to you my Serenity pod. So last night I was able to reach rank or
In
trust
adventuring, as
rank
in business,
level
you
10
always
and I'm
have to
so
seize the
excited
opportunity while
because
it's
I
there.
finally got the final piece of my layout. And today I'm just gonna tour you around my house. So currently I have about 3 areas that I was able to complete, and there's one more area that I haven't worked on yet, which I'll be working the rest of the week. So as you can see right
This
now,
route.
if we talk to Tubby, my trust rank is already level 10, and the final reward is this windmill and also this new house in Leeway. And before we go to those places, maybe we're just gonna go around the house first or inside the house first, and let's see my layout or my design. So just to set your expectation, I am not like an interior design, so please don't bash my design. So here is my house. So inside my house, actually I have a lot of trouble deciding in what I will put here in this part of the house. So previously what I had is more of a cozy area, just like when you enter Deluxe house, and in this part right here I have some other books like a leeway part. Unfortunately, I was forced to redesign this area because of this. So this is basically a reward of the mini Tomo event, and we got this stage right here, we got this lantern right here, and also some other stuff like this screen and this one right here, the curtain. And I was having a lot of hard time figuring out if where I should put all of those things. And the only best place where you can actually put them is inside or is in this area, or the area behind it. And unfortunately, my design, original design in this area is so crowded that it would no longer complement this part of the house. So I decided I need to renovate, I need to change everything. So since this is more like a stage, I was convinced that maybe it would be good that this will become like a reception area. And also in this part right here, I have to redesign it as well, because to somehow complement this design right here. So it used to be a living room, but it's no longer a living room. But this part right here could also just be like a living room as well, right? Since we have a fireplace and we have this couch right here. But yeah, so the main purpose of that one becomes now a receiving area for the reception. Okay, so let's go to the the main spot of the house, which is this stage right here. So before I thought, I don't know what this is, but I just realized that it's elevated and it got some lights right there. So it means it could be a stage, right? So if it could be a stage, of course, somebody's gonna be performing here. Maybe it's Eula's gonna dance, right? Who else is dancing? So maybe Barbara's gonna sing. Maybe um, whoever. Maybe Kiching will be dancing right here. But yeah, he's not kind of dancer, right? And of course, there should be some people's gonna be watching the performance. So I added some chairs, some tables and chairs. You can sit here, so the guests will be here, right, sitting into this chairs right here with their tables. And this one will be served as like the special guests, or maybe the man of the house, or maybe the king and queen, right? So yeah, so that's why the design is different. So we got the harp right here added. And this curtain right there, I'm not sure what's the main purpose of that one, but I thought that maybe we're just gonna put it in balance, so we can put it like left and right to complement to this screen right here. So yeah, so that's the best idea that I can come up so far with this stage. So I hope you like this. If you have some other ideas, you know, you can share as well your ideas. Alright, so behind this so is my dining area. So originally this table right here is actually in here when we don't have yet this stage, and the counter right here is actually just right here, but I have to move it backward, you know, the end because of the stage. So this is, I removed some of the shelves because it's already overcrowded with shelves, but previously with the counter being here and some shelves right here, it doesn't really look so what do you call it, like crowded, but because of the stage then it looks so crowded, so I have to remove at least 2 more shelves there. So in here I have just that tiny designs there, but of course we have the couch for the visitor, but here is the main table. So I used to use the suggested layout set, but I kind of like remove some of it, alright, and change it with some few things. So I changed the light here. Also the wall, I have to change it to the Mondstadt design, not the Leeway building design, because this is the Knights of Favonius office, right? So we have a chair here, whoever is the guest, and of course Jean will be sitting right here, or whoever is in the office right now. And of course we have our fireplace, and we added some green stuff and some vase right here, alright. And of course we have our coat of arms, so Knights of Favonius. So this one right here, I took a little bit of inspiration in the actual Knights of Favonius in Jean's office, which is, I noticed that there are like tables right there, and the side of his main desk, her main desk, but it used to have like some chairs, but of course we can no longer fit some chairs there. So the flags is a bit like hidden, but that's the best place where I can put it, because if I put it here then I should have something in between right there, right? But I cannot put anything there because that is like you know, not really flat in the wall. So this next room is actually, I thought it can be unique in my place, in my house. This is what I call the laboratory, alright, the academic laboratory. This will be my own laboratory. So we got right here some laboratory stuff, right, some shelf and this alchemy whatever, and of course to make the design looks balanced, right? So I have to add another one right here, which is the cooking, not really a cooking, but since this is like an alchemy, then of course alchemy and potion making or cooking some ingredients for the potion, right, is not really that far from alchemy, right? So I decided to put something right here where we can do some cooking, and which is of course they have almost the same size, so it really fit perfectly. And since this is an academy laboratory, so I have, of course, we have some bookshelf, right? To read some of the manuals, read some magic books, some alchemy books, right? And that's why I have it right here. So I think of all the place in the house, I think this is one of my favorite because it has like the laboratory, which is, I think it could be unique in my design in my house. So upon entry, so my inspiration of this bedroom is kind of like some place I know, right? So upon entry we have here like the mini living room inside the bedroom, which is not unusual, right? So we got some Picasso design right there. We have some vase. So I actually added a small vase before, but somehow it kind of looks so bare. So I think that this room might need more green color. All right, I got two beds, okay, but I put that bed right there because it basically complement the color of this walling right here, which is also I added this design right there, so it will have like, somehow the room will be have its own theme or something like that, right? Though this is kind of Mondstadt area, but I specifically chose this because it's kind of an old design, would somehow like still gonna fit with the entire design. And we have our beds right here. I got one bedside table with a lamp, but here is my study area. So though we have some study area right here, but this, we have our wardrobe, but also this will become our desk. Oh, I have my cat. So my cat is, I don't have a white cat, but I'm just gonna go with a orange cat. Alright, so right here I thought of, this is the best, this wall or portrait that I can put right there because of its size and design. And when you get inside, we have another receiving area. I took an inspiration on this one with one of the there's a cafe in our place before where you can actually eat like food, right? And at the same time you can read some comics, you can read some books that you can borrow from the counter. So here is the first area where you can read some books, and which is actually identical in the other side. So right now we go to the other side, so we have another area where you can sit and read books, all right, and maybe eat something, right? So I got this big pot right here just to fill in this. Before it used to have another table right here, but because we'd have to put some chairs, then it's kind of like very crowded looking already. So I thought remove some of the tables and chairs and just put this big pot right there, because that would somehow put a balance with the green and the floor itself. So here is where you can somehow dine, you can eat. And again, this place is somehow I took inspiration of this one in one of the cafe from my previous town, which is you can read books while you actually order food, right? So I thought it could be a very good place to study at the same time eat, right? And of course we have our fireplace right here. So in my left side, I actually have this area right here. It has its fenced area, and I have my fountain. So right here, this is actually Mondstadt fountain, but I think it will still fit perfectly well. All right, and if we go into the left side, we have this shrine. So I put some of this, I'm not sure what it's called, but I have to make sure that it's perfectly aligned with this pillar right here and whatever in that pillar right there, so that it will look balanced, right? So on my right side, we have another entry right here going into the houses, so which we will check later on. So before we go to the houses, let's just go up into this shrine. Alright, so I took inspiration of this one from that floating what do you call that, floating island in Leeway, right? So I thought it would be best if we put something here elevated, right? Because that's the best place where we can, or as for me, okay, the best place. And at the same time, we can have some teapot or tea here in this area. So let's go here. So this is like this area right here. It's gonna be the Leeway themed area. Right, upon entry, right, we have a big tree, And here we have a small house with a table that you can drink some tea. And of course we have this design right here, and somehow this is kind of like misplaced. I'm not sure where to put that yet, but I think it should be okay if it's under the tree, right? So we have houses, all right, and in this house as well we have another tea party table. I put some lights there, all right. So here we can go into this area, which is the mini bazaar area. So we got some fruits, fruit stand. We also have this whatever he is selling, all right. So I thought of putting some lights right here, but I thought maybe just gonna put one big light in the middle to put some lights, or to give lights in this area and as well as this side of the area. So I have Mondstadt right here. So it's kind of like secluded area, all right, but I think I kind of satisfied with whatever I have here. So upon entry, so you have a house, but this is where the crafting or forging area is located or placed right away. So just like Mondstadt, I took an inspiration of this one and actual Mondstadt. So we have here the lamp, the street lights, and we have that flowered side. So alright, we got three I'm not sure what it's called, what flower bed, right? Alright, so we have our house right here, we have another house right there, but here we have our bazaar area, right, where you can buy stuff. So we have fruit stand, vegetable stand, we have our food stall. So this is from Leeway, but it's still acceptable because this one got wheels, right, and it's being pulled, so meaning to say it came from Leeway, it just came here for business, right? So it's not really against the design of the entire place. So we have a tree in the middle, and we have our lamp as well, or street lamp, which you can sit. And of course we have our fountain right here. So aside from that one, we have our big ass windmill, which I really worked very hard just to get this. Alright, which I really love it. I really love the windmill. But if you look at the top, you can see we have our vineyard. And here our fountain, of course, people can sit here to look, while looking into the fountain, whatever, where they're on the date or whatever. Alright, but if we go up here, alright, then we can see our vineyard, our mini vineyard. So we have our stocks right here, we have our wine barrels right here. Oh, what happened to this one? I did not notice this, but we have our seeds and our vineyard. We have our scarecrow, and I have another vineyard right here. Alright, and of course we have few houses at the top of this area, so we can also drink some tea, watch over mini Mondstadt until you are satisfied. But at the back we have our wishing well, and of course we have our tree, right, which looks so good for me at least. Alright, so from here we can actually watch the area of the mini leeway for my mansion. But it's really nice to stay in this part of the of this area right here, because you can look down into your vineyard, same time look at the windmill and the houses and the fountain and everything. So we have our second exit right here, and that area right there is my fourth area, which I haven't worked on yet. Alright, alright, so we're back in the house. So the third area is actually in front of my mansion. So it's right here, it's on the beach side. So as you can see right there, there's like a lot of things going on there, but basically that area is I designed it to be like the monster area, right? So if you look at it, this part right here, it's kind of empty, which is I intentionally put that as an empty area so that people will think that nothing is going on here. We just have a camp right here. All right. But the first side of the area is actually the Hilichurl camp. So if we go inside it, so we can already see some camps right here. So in this left side, we got this big Hilichurl castle. I'm not sure what it's called, but I think it's a Hilichurl castle, right? So if we yeah, it's being guarded with this Hilichurl tower. All right. So we got some flags right here, right? That's the Hilichurl tower. It's actually surrounded by mountains or rocks so that nobody can enter the area. But here we have our Hilichurl pot, right? Our Hilichurl camp or house or whatever it's called, right? We have some few trees right here, and this is where the Hilichurl will practice or training, right? Which is very a nice place to spend your time just to practice your skill. But hopefully in the future, guys, right, MiHoYo would somehow implement some dummies where we can actually do some practicing. So we got here this small hut, and we have our abandoned houses here. So if you go inside here, there's like a lot of things going on, but you know, it's kind of nice to really explore around, right? And just like I mentioned, unlike inside my house where everything is almost symmetrical, in here it's kind of chaotic area, but same time it's beautiful. So it's chaotically beautiful, right? So we have our dog, missing dog right here. Hello, doggy. And the dog is also an orange dog. But of course that's not all, right? We have something going on at the top. So here, if we go to here, we can actually see some tent, right, under the tree, so you can study. So actually it took some inspiration with some areas in Liyue for this. So some areas in Liyue, and with all those houses going on in Liyue. So I think, you know, it's kind of good that we put them all together and very close to the Hilichurl camp, because these areas are all for enemies, right? And so far, I have a total of 23,840 Adeptal power. Is that what I call it, right? So Adeptal power. So that means that I'm earning 30 points, coins every hour. So again, guys, thanks for your time, and again, this is Chowder here, and I hope you can also like this video and subscribe to the channel. So again, thanks for your time and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Senpai